Good morning, students. Last class we have discussed about the fertilization, double fertilization. We have discussed in case of the plant sexual reproduction, and after fertilization, that egg becomes zygote. है ना? By double fertilization, it is here one fertilization here with the male gamete with the egg, and one male gamete with which one? The that is polar nuclei. And that is forming now primary endosperm nucleus. This is formed primary endosperm nucleus, and this one is formed zygote after fertilization. Okay, till that we have discussed last class. Now we are discussing about the post fertilization. Means up to double fertilization, all of you know that one because 10th class we have already studied that. And now we are discussing about the post fertilization event that is little bit new to us. That we have to study properly. So now post fertilization event, how we have to discuss here. After double fertilization, following changes. What are the changes are going to occur? One is endosperm and embryo development. This is a very important portion of this part. And maturation of ovules into seeds and maturation of ovary into fruit. Okay. So first one, what are the floral parts के changes होता है after fertilization ना. सेपल्स जो होता है, सेपल्स फॉल डाउन और persist in few. जैसे टोमेटोज वगैरह में देखे होंगे कि सेपल्स persist रहता है, but mostly the sepals fall down. And petals, stamen, stigma and style, है ना. क्या क्या है? पेटल्स, स्टैमेन, स्टैमेन जो पोर्शन है, पेटल्स मतलब जो पंखुड़िया होता है, पेटल्स, स्टैमेन and stigma. Stigma is the upper part of the female reproductive part, and the style middle part of the female reproductive organ. They will also fall down. Ovary किस में चेंज हो जाएगा? फ्रूट में. ओव्यूल्स, ओवरी के अंदर जो ओव्यूल्स रहता है, ओव्यूल्स किस में चेंज हो जाएगा? सीड्स में. Synergids and antipodal cells that already you have discussed earlier. Who are the synergids here? ये एक के दोनों साइड जो रहते हैं that is synergids, और opposite side this is called micropylar end, this is called chalazal end. In the chalazal end the antipodal cells are present. तो धीरे धीरे क्या हो जाएगा? ये रहा degenerating antipodal, antipodal cell क्या हो जाएगा? धीरे धीरे चेंज हो जाएगा, और ये जो embryo formation हो जाएगा zygote, that is actually by the fusion of which one? Male gamete and female gamete. यहाँ पे एक था और male gamete has come from here, means by through the pollen tube, and then by their fusion here it is that is called actually syngamy, zygote is formed. Okay, so degeneration of which one? Antipodal cell as well as the synergids. Synergids मतलब एक की दोनों तरफ, एक apparatus जिसको हम बोलते हैं, एक की दोनों तरफ जो रहता है उसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? synergids. दो सेल्स रहता है. Central cell become endosperm. ओके, इट में persist और गेट कंज्यूम, मतलब ये persist भी होता है कभी कभी, और कभी कभी क्या हो जाता है? कंज्यूम भी हो जाता है. दैट ऑल्सो विल डिस्कस आफ्टरवर्ड्स. सो दीज आर द पोस्ट फर्टिलाइजेशन चेंजेस इन फ्लोरल पार्ट्स. नेक्स्ट वन वी आर कमिंग फॉर डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एंडोस्पर्म. ठीक है. सो डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एंडोस्पर्म टेक्स प्लेस. हाउ मेनी टाइप्स आर देयर? एंडोस्पर्म ऑलरेडी कहाँ से डेवलप होगा ना? ये हो गया आपकी प्राइमरी एंडोस्पर्म न्यूक्लियस, PEN. ये प्राइमरी एंडोस्पर्म सेल. तो ये प्राइमरी एंडोस्पर्म सेल और प्राइमरी एंडोस्पर्म न्यूक्लियस किस में डिवाइड हो जाएगा? किस में प्रोड्यूस हो, किस में एक्चुअली लीड होगा? दैट इज द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एंडोस्पर्म हियर. 3 टाइप्स ऑफ एंडोस्पर्म कैन बी फॉर्म, can be developed. One is nuclear types, the second one is cellular type, and last one is halobial type. ठीक है. So what is the nuclear type? When only the nuclear division is going on, no cytokinesis is occurring, so cell membrane, yes, cell wall is not formed, cells are not formed, only nucleus are collected there. So it is a common method. The primary endosperm nucleus undergoes repeated mitotic division. Okay, so when repeated mitotic divisions are there without cytokinesis, मतलब cell wall will not be formed. At this stage, the endosperm is called the nuclear endosperm. ठीक है. कोई cell formation नहीं होगा, only nuclear division can occur there without cellular formation or without cytokinesis. So that is called nuclear type of endosperm. सेल्यूलर टाइप किसको बोलोगे ना? जब भी आफ्टर न्यूक्लियर डिवीजन followed by cell wall formation. जब cell wall वही न्यूक्लियस की चारों तरफ cell wall formation हो जाएगा, उसमें क्या होगा, an endosperm become cellular. इन कोकोनट, अगर कोकोनट के एग्जाम्पल ले लें तो उसमें वाटर इज फ्री न्यूक्लियर एंडोस्पर्म एंड सराउंडिंग वाइट कर्नल इज सेल्यूलर एंडोस्पर्म. ठीक है, तो चारों तरफ जो वाइट कर्नल आपको दिखते हैं कोकोनट में, दैट इज एक्चुअली द सेल्यूलर वन. और जो पानी होता है नारियल की पानी, दैट इज एक्चुअली द न्यूक्लियर एंडोस्पर्म. न्यूक्लियर एंडोस्पर्म मतलब ओनली न्यूक्लियस कलेक्टेड आर प्रेजेंट देयर विदाउट एनी सेल वॉल फॉर्मेशन. In halobial type, so one half of endosperm is nuclear type and other half is cellular type. So three categories are there how the endosperm developed. So here one is nuclear type, cellular type and in halobial type. So nuclear type means only nuclear division is, and that nuclear division is definitely mitotic. Okay, and cellular type means after formation of nucleus, जब cell wall formation हो जाता है न्यूक्लियस की चारों तरफ, then it becomes cellular. और जब हाफ हाफ, एक हाफ तो न्यूक्लियर टाइप होता है, हाफ सेलुलर टाइप होता है, that type of endosperm development is called the halobial type of development. Okay, so here we can see here, look at there, this is the zygote. Zygote is formed from the egg. Before fertilization it was egg, after fertilization it becomes zygote. Okay, and two synergies are present and these two synergies will be degenerating, matlab it will be deleting gradually. Primary endosperm cell, this one PEC, primary endosperm nucleus PN. PN is thysen. Thysen means it is definitive nucleus plus male gamete. That means it is coming, means two polar nuclei plus male gamete. So it is coming thysen plus N, that is coming thysen. And degenerating antipodal cell. Clear now? So now in that condition, first the zygote. This is the zygote. Zygote कहाँ से आएगा? Here it is the zygote. Zygote developed into two-celled embryo. है ना? Now this is actually embryo formation. Two-celled embryo, then two-celled embryo. Again repetitive divisions is there. That is actually called the globular embryo. Globular embryo is again converted into which one? Heart-shaped embryo. Look at there, and next one it is coming about the heart shape too. It is coming horseshoe embryo. It is actually shape is there, so it is mature embryo. So we are discussing that one. So now just till now we have discussed about the development of embryo there, and now development of endosperm, and now we are discussing about the development of embryo. So the embryo formation occurs when certain amount of endosperm is formed. पहले थोड़ा बहुत endosperm form हो जाएगा, then the embryo formation start हुआ, क्योंकि embryo needs endosperm for nutrition. So पहले थोड़ी amount, so little bit amount of endosperm must be formed before the embryo formation. So because endosperm provides the nutrition for embryo development. ठीक है. Zygotes divides by mitosis and forms the proembryo. This condition is called the proembryo. Zygote first divide हो जाएगा दो shell में, two shelled embryo, then it is repeatedly dividing into globular embryo. ठीक है, this results in the formation of क्या क्या embryo? एक तो globular embryo, एक है heart shape. Look at their shape is heart, and this type of embryo is called heart shaped embryo. Nothing is there, only the cellular divisions are going on, occurring. That is the mitosis, cellular divisions are occurring there. And next one is coming the heart-shaped embryo, and that finally becomes which one? Horseshoe shaped. This one is called the horseshoe shape. That is actually called the mature embryo, having the cotyledon. These two are actually called the cotyledon here. This is the plumule portion, this is the radical portion, and they are actually, plumule is giving rise to which one? The future shoot, and radical is giving rise to future shoot here. Future root. The radical is future root and the plumule is future shoot. Okay, so now dicot embryo consists of two cotyledons and an embryonal axis between them. The part of the embryonal axis above the level of cotyledon is the epicotyle, which becomes plumule. This portion, it will become plumule. Okay, and this will become radical. This is epicotyle portion, this is hypocotyle portion. Next we will discuss that one. So now we are coming about this portion, the part of the embryonal axis. Look at this figure. So this is two cotyledons here again, and a typical dicot embryo. This is called hypocotyle, lower wala portion. This is called epicotyle portion. Epicotyle is developing into which one? Plumule. Plumule is giving rise to which one? Future shoot. And hypocotyle is giving rise to which one? Radicle. And radicle is giving rise to which one? Future root. And this is again covered up by which one? That is the root cap. So the part of embryonal axis below the level of cotyledon is the hypocotyle, which becomes radical, which is covered by root cap. Okay, so you can see here, this is the part of the embryonal axis which is below the, above the cotyledon is called epicotyle, and part of the embryonal axis below the level is called the hypocotyle portion, and that is called the radicle. The lower portion is radicle, which develops into radicle, and radicle is again covered up by root cap. Monocot embryo consists of only one cotyledon, that is called scutellum. Look at the scutellum here. So monocot में एक ही cotyledon रहेगा, that is scutellum. Dicot में दो cotyledon रहेगा. Now that is called scutellum. Example आपके पास है rice है, maize है. Embryonal axis has the radicle on its lower end, है ना. ये जो embryonal axis आपको दिख रहे हो ये है radical portion. It is lower end में radical portion is there, and that is actually radical on the lower end, that is actually called the hypocotyle portion, है ना. Hypocotyle, the radicle is covered up by an undifferentiated sheath, that is called the coleorhiza, है ना. It is called coleorhiza. It is not present in dicot. That is actually main difference between these two. So here hypocotyle portion, that is actually the radicle, and that radicle is covered up by an undifferentiated sheath, that is called coleorhiza. Here the labeling is there, coleorhiza. Okay, and at the upper end, this is called, actually called, this is coleoptile upper end, this one is upper end, that is called shoot apex. The upper end, that is also known as epicotyle, that is embryonal axis has the plumule. It is covered by an hollow foliar sheath called which one? Coleoptile. ये शीत से कवर अप हो जाते हैं. शूट एपेक्स कवर अप बाय कोलियोप्टाइल, एंड रूट एपेक्स और रूट कैप, इट इज जो रूट टिप, दैट इज कवर्ड अप बाय व्हिच वन? कोलियोराइजा. सो दिस टू शीथ लाइक स्ट्रक्चर एक्चुअली एब्सेंट इन डाइकॉट. इट इज मेनली प्रेजेंट इन व्हेयर? इन मोनोकोटिलेडोनस शीथ. Okay, monocotyledonous embryo here. So this is again one more time, this is actually two conditions are there. Dicot, above the cotyledon the portion that is known as the epicotyle portion, and epicotyle is actually leading to the development of plumule, which is the future shoot, and below the cotyledon portion, that is actually called the hypocotyle, and that is actually developed into radicle, and that is covered by root cap, and this radicle is giving rise to future root. It is made up by actually two, it is containing two cotyledon here. In case of monocot, the embryonal axis, the embryo is consisting of which one? One cotyledon only, that is called scutellum. What is the name of that cotyledon? Scutellum. And then it is actually embryonal axis में दोनों portion again as usual, that is one hypocotyle portion and one is epicotyle portion. Hypocotyle portion is actually covered up by the undifferentiated sheath-like portion, that is actually called the coleorhiza, and the epicotyle or shoot apex is actually covered up by one again foliar sheath or sheath-like structure, that is called the coleoptile. ठीक है, समझ में आया दोनों में डिफरेंस. दीज आर द डिफरेंशिएटेड, वन इज डाइकॉट एम्ब्रायो, अनदर इज मोनोकॉट एम्ब्रायो. नेक्स्ट वन वी आर कमिंग फॉर द मैच्यूरेशन ऑफ ओव्यूल इनटू सीड. तो सीड फॉर्मेशन कहाँ से होगा ना? ओव्यूल आफ्टर द फर्टिलाइजेशन द ओव्यूल इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू फाइनल प्रोडक्ट इज सीड. हियर सीड में क्या क्या रहेगा? सीड कोट रहेगा, है ना, कोटिलेडन्स रहेगा एंड एम्ब्रायो एक्सिस रहेगा. सीड में क्या क्या रहेगा? सीड कोट रहेगा, कोटिलेडन्स रहेगा एंड एन एम्ब्रायोनल एक्सिस. दो टाइप ऑफ सीड होता है, एक तो नॉन एल्ब्यूमिनस जिसके पास कोई रेसिडुअल एंडोस्पर्म, दैट ओनली वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अर्लियर, की बाद में बोलेंगे ये चीज़ कि कोई कोई सीड के पास कोई एंडोस्पर्म रहता नहीं है एज इट इज कम्प्लीटली कंज्यूम्ड इन एम्ब्रायोडेल्बम एट द टाइम ऑफ, क्योंकि एम्ब्रायो इज गेटिंग न्यूट्रिशन फ्रॉम एंडोस्पर्म. अगर पूरा ही कंज्यूम्ड हो जाए, दैट टाइप ऑफ सीड इज नोन एज नॉन एल्ब्यूमिनस सीड. एग्जाम्पल पी ग्राउंड नट. और एल्ब्यूमिनस सीड्स किसको बोलते हैं ना? रिटेन अ पार्ट ऑफ एंडोस्पर्म एज इट इज़ नॉट कम्प्लीटली यूज। मतलब जब एम्ब्रायो डेवलपमेंट के टाइम एम्ब्रायो नीड्स द एंडोस्पर्म फॉर द न्यूट्रिशन, if it is not completely used up by embryo, so at that condition some portion of endosperm will be remaining. That type of seed is known as albuminous seed. Okay, एग्जाम्पल कौन कौन सा है? व्हीट है, मेज है, कैस्टर, सनफ्लावर एक्सेट्रा. इन सम सीड्स, ये कुछ एक्सेप्शन है जो आपको थोड़ा सा याद रखना है. इन सम सीड्स सच एज द ब्लैक पेपर, बीट, रेमनेंट्स ऑफ न्यूसेलस, है ना, आर ऑल्सो परसिस्टेंट, दैट इज कॉल्ड पेरिस्पर्म. सो इंटीगुमेंट ऑफ ओव्यूल्स हार्डन एज टफ प्रोटेक्टिव सीड कोट. तो इंटीगुमेंट क्या हो जाता है ना, हार्ड हो जाता है, टफ सीड कोट में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, टफ प्रोटेक्टिव सीड कोट. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे पेरिस्पर्म कौन सा है? न्यूसेलस जो एम्ब्रायोसेक डेवलपमेंट करने में और फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट डेवलपमेंट जिससे होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड न्यूसेलस. ऑलरेडी यू हैव लर्न्ड अर्लियर दैट nucleus formation is there. So that is embryo sac formation. Here it is. So embryo sac formation, when it is coming as embryos, this is nucellus. So nucellus, from nucellus it is actually embryo mother cell, and then it will be converted into 8 nucleated and 7 cell stage, that is female gametophyte development already have learned. तो अगर nucellus भी कोई seed में, जैसे black pepper की seed में some remnants of nucellus are also persistent, that phenomenon is known as that endosperm is nucellus is called the perisperm. Okay, so micropyle remains as a small pore in the seed coat to allow the entry of oxygen and water. micropyle रहता है during seed maturation. its water content, ये भी बहुत ही important पोर्शन है जिसमें क्वेश्चन आता है कि what is called dormancy and what is the metabolism or going on in the dormancy. So this is the answer there. During the seed maturation, its water content is reduced and seeds become relatively dry. So 10 to 15% moisture रहता है. तो definitely the general metabolic activity of the embryo slows down, क्योंकि इतना moisture कम हो जाने की वजह से क्या हो जाता है कि embryo की जो metabolic activity that is not working, and the embryo may enter a state of inactivity. It is called dormancy, है ना. सीड के जो मेटाबॉलिक एक्टिविटी बिल्कुल कम हो जाता है एंड एम्ब्रायो एक इनएक्टिव स्टेट में एंटर हो जाता है, दैट इज एक्चुअली कॉल्ड द डोमेंसी. सो दिस इज एक्चुअली द मैचुरेशन ऑफ ओव्यूल इनटू सीड एंड द क्राइटेरिया कैटेगरीज ऑफ सीड्स आर नॉन albuminous seeds are there, and in some conditions the nucellus also persistent, that is called the perisperm, and micropyle remain as a small pore in the seed coat. and seed dormancy में क्या होता है ना, सीड की वाटर कंटेंट बिल्कुल रिड्यूस्ड हो जाता है, and as that condition the general metabolic activity of the embryo slows down. Okay, so next one we are coming the advantages. Here it is, you can see it is a bean shaped bean seed is there, and their structure, their cotyledon seed coat, look at their castor seed की seed coat है, endosperm है, cotyledons are also present here. And here it is coming about the maize grain, and here you can see this is the endosperm and this is the embryo actually, and this endosperm and embryo actually they're separated by a proteinaceous layer that is called alluron layer here. Okay, so here this is the difference. This is actually the plumule as well as the radical coleorhiza, coleoptile, this is present here. Okay, so now it is coming advantage. क्या क्या होता है, seeds help in species to spread in that area by dispersal. seed dispersal होता है and through which seed can be spread it out. they generate new combinations, क्योंकि seed किससे formation होता है, sexual reproduction में, और as in sexual reproduction the variations can occur, so new combinations leading to the variations also produce a new variation also can be coming, because it is a product of which one, sexual reproduction. Seed is stored and used as food throughout the year, and they can be used in favorable season depending upon the their viability. मतलब जैसे उसका favorable season आ जाएगा, so at that condition they can germinate. Okay, so this is about the we can see the different seed structure. It is present here, and now we are discussing about the monocot seed and dicot seed differentiation. The embryo possesses only one terminal cotyledon. Scutellum already have shown that one. And next one, the embryo possesses two cotyledon. The reserve food material is usually stored inside the endosperm, है ना. मोनोकॉट सीड में एंडोस्पर्म में रहता है, और द रिजर्व फूड मटेरियल स्टोर्ड हुआ है इन द कोटिलेडन और इनसाइड द एंडोस्पर्म, दोनों में ही रहता है. The embryonal axis differentiated into radical and plumule. Radical is protected by which one? That already I told, coleorhiza, and plumule is protected by coleoptile. That is, this embryonal axis is differentiated into radical and plumule. But here no coleoptile and coleorhiza is present. Here only coleoptile and coleorhizas are present there. Seed taken endosperm, seed-laden endosperm is covered by aleuron layer and made up of the protein-rich cell. That already I told you here. So this is actually the endosperm is separated by which one? Endosperm separated from which one? Embryo by one proteinaceous layer, that is actually called the protein-rich layer, that is called aleuron layer. And aleuron layer is absent. This is actually present in where? मोनोकॉट सीड में प्रेजेंट होता है, डाइकोट सीड में ये प्रेजेंट नहीं होता है. So up to that you have to write down, write the notes and try to understand all these things here. Draw the diagrams also properly, and if you have the doubt you can ask me.